Welcome agents, I'm DeadSockPuppet coming to you with another Division 2 video. Today I want to talk to you about 9 things that we still don't know about the Division 2. I know we're still 8+ months out from the release of Division 2, but following E3 there's still a lot of questions about the game. Today I want to look at 9 things that I'm waiting for answers on. I know this won't be a complete list, so if there's something I missed, drop it in the comments below. A couple months ago I put together a video with 12 things that the Division 2 needs. If you haven't seen it yet, you can click the card above or check the link in the description below. Some of what I covered in that video has been addressed by what we've seen at E3, but there's still a lot that we don't know. I'd suggest checking out the video if you haven't done so already for a little bit more on my thoughts on the Division 2. So let's dig into some unanswered questions. These aren't in order of importance, rather just the way I thought of them. The first thing I want to talk about was the DZ. So it's been confirmed that there's going to be a DZ. Unfortunately, we don't know the location, we don't know how it's going to work, we don't know if it's going to be PvP and PvE, is it going to be just one or the other, are there going to be 2 different DZs? If you're interested in what my thoughts are, I created a video on a high-end only DZ as a possible option for the Division 2. You can click either the card above or check out the link in the description below. So next up would be PvP. So my first question is it going to be available day 1? Aside from the DZ PvP, we didn't really see any PvP in Division 1 until Last Stand dropped, and I think it was 1.4 or 1.5, so we had to wait a while to have specific game modes that were designed for that. That kind of created some tension and some issues in the DZ, as there's people that were looking specifically for PvP, while there were people that were looking more for PvE. So when it does come, my question also is, are there going to be multiple game modes? Are we going to see things like a Battle Royale? Are there going to be Kill Confirmed, Team Deathmatch? Are we going to have any type of control situation, or is it going to be something similar to Last Stand? The next question I have is on character customization and creation. So we had a very limited selection of things that we could do in the Division 1, and it took us a long time before we got that quick change bathroom where we could actually make some changes to our characters. So we've been told that there's going to be more options than what the original Division had, but is it just going to be the addition of patches and rewards that we get from shields, or are we going to get more traditional RPG features where we can do more of the body type, the height and weight? We can do more than just some basic facial features to make our agents look different, as opposed to running into a random agent and going, hey, this guy looks exactly like me. Another thing that I'm interested in is factions. So far we've met the True Sons, but how many other factions are we going to see? So if we have 4 factions like we did in the Division, that means we've got 3 more that might be coming. You know, what kind of agents, what kind of factions are these going to be? Are they going to be more military? Are they going to be kind of like random people? Is it going to be some type of new group? So I put together a video on some possible factions for the Division 2. You can take a look at that video by clicking either the card above or checking out the link in the description below. Next up is clan support. This is something that I was really hoping that was going to come and be in Division 1. It ended up not being in there, but it has been confirmed for the Division 2. So what kinds of things are we going to have? Are we going to have clan tags? Are there going to be any type of in-game places where clans can meet? Not just like a website. Is there actually going to be like maybe a safe house or a special meeting area? Are there going to be leaderboards that are going to have special clan events? So like we have, you know, for a week, similar to like a global event, there's certain missions that you have to beat, and whether it's try to get certain times or try to do them with certain weapon or build loadouts, something to make it worthwhile, something to make clan activity actually something to do. Next question I have is about the 3 year 1 DLCs. So we know that they're coming free. It's not going to have to be something that we're going to have to pay for. They're going to be probably roughly about 3 to 4 months apart. They're going to have a big like worldwide event, and then there's going to have the content drop. But what might the names be? I know we got those kind of towards the beginning of the release of Division 1, hoping to kind of get an idea so we can start thinking, you know, what might these be? What kind of content might be coming with them? Are we going to get similar kinds of things where we're going to have new game modes like in Division 1 where we got Underground and we got Last Stand and Survival? And also, are we going to possibly get any of the content that came from the Division 1? You know, they specifically mentioned in an interview Skillup did with Julian Garrity. He mentioned that he would be really surprised if Survival didn't make an appearance in this. You know, I addressed that in a video on Survival. You can hit the card above or hit the link below to see what my thoughts were. But you know, they just mentioned that. Does that mean that we're not going to see Last Stand, or is Last Stand going to be built in as part of base PvP? Is Underground going to be utilized? Just really curious to see what this new DLC is going to be like. The next thing that I'm curious about is the monetization plan. So like I said, we know the DLC is going to be for free. You know, are we going to see just things kind of like in the original Division, where it's like encrypted caches, where it's going to be not pay to win, it's just going to be cosmetics. I think if we go that route, that's a safe bet. Nobody likes to have to pay to actually be able to play through the game. It'll really quickly turn off the player base. We're seeing other developers that are trying to do that, and it's really turning the community against them. But my question is that if they're not having a huge monetization plan, why would they hire a new director that's going to be specifically in charge of monetization? So something to look out. Very curious to see how that's going to come along and what that plan is going to be as the game progresses. So one of the biggest changes that I'm really curious about are raids. So they've talked about raids are coming. They're going to be 8-player raids, so it's going to be the first time we're going to have something that's going to be more than a 4-player content. But are these going to be something completely different than, or are they going to replace incursions? Are we going to get incursions and raids? Are we going to get one or the other? Are they going to be available day one? We didn't have an incursion right when the game launched. It came with, if I remember, it was patch 1.1, so it took a little while. They figured, it was going to take players a little while to get to the point where they would need an incursion, and some players just completely ate up the content. So this is going to be something that people are going to be really looking for. They're going to be driving to burn through that 1 to 30 to get to the end game to get into these. So when are these coming? Are we going to have to wait until the first content drop, like 3 to 4 months out, or is it going to be something that'll be available right off the start? So the last question I've got is on beta dates. So far we don't have any information on when they're going to be coming, but if we look at how they did with the Division 1, that game released in the first week of March. This week is going to be releasing in like the second week of March. With the Division 1, the closed beta was the last week of January, so we could be seeing maybe the same kind of thing last week of January, first week of February for Division 2, and then the open beta was about 3 weeks later, so same kind of thing. Instead of seeing a mid-February like it was with Division 1, maybe third week of February for Division 2. But I think that once we get those dates, that's going to help to answer any of these questions as players actually get a chance to play some of this stuff, to hopefully see what the PvP is going to be like, what the DZ is going to be like. But that being said, I do hope to see information on all of these different questions before then. So just to recap, like I said, I've got 9 questions here that I'm curious to see. I know it's not a complete list. There's lots of different things that people have that they might be interested in that I didn't include in this list. If you do have something, hit me up in the comments below with that. If you want to hear my overall first impressions on what I've seen at the Division, this was shortly after E3. I've got a link to that. You can either hit the link in the description below or hit the card above and check out, see what I thought of the game. So that's going to wrap up this video. Which of these questions are you most interested in, or is there something else that you want to hear more about? Like I said, let me know with your thoughts in the comments below, as well as post any topics that you'd like to see me cover. Finally, if you like this video, do all the things, subscribe, like, and share. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.